Have you ever encountered a message so profound that you immediately doubted its possibility? Joe Dispenza's teachings have that effect on many, but here's the catch. It's exactly what you need to hear. Despite skepticism, his ideas have the potential to shift the very way you view your life and your potential. In this article, we'll dive into the science of self-transformation, why most people resist change, and how embracing this message can change everything. In the following sections, we'll explore Joe Dispenza's background, the science behind his methods, why most people resist, and practical steps you can take to transform your life. Who is Joe Dispenza? A brief overview of his work building on the idea that transformation is possible. Let's dive deeper into who Joe Dispenza is and why his work continues to inspire millions. Dispenza is not just another motivational speaker. He's a neuroscientist, chiropractor, and a thought leader who blends science with spirituality to help people unlock their potential. But what makes his message truly transformative is his ability to merge groundbreaking scientific principles with practical techniques that anyone can use to change their life. Joe's journey to this point began in a deeply personal way. In the early 1980s, he suffered a life-threatening accident. While cycling, he was hit by a car, causing multiple vertebrae in his spine to fracture. Doctors told him that surgery was the only option, but Dispenza refused. Instead, he used the power of his mind, focusing on visualization, meditation, and deep emotional healing to repair his body. Astonishingly, he healed without surgery, which set him on a path to exploring the connection between the mind and the body in ways most people had never considered. This experience birthed his belief that we are all capable of incredible self-healing and transformation by simply understanding and harnessing the power of our minds. Dispenza's groundbreaking work explores neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt throughout life. He teaches that the brain isn't a static organ, as once believed, but one that can evolve, grow, and rewire itself based on our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. In fact, the very essence of his teaching centers on the idea that by changing our thoughts and emotions, we can literally alter our brain's structure and how it functions. This process, known as rewiring the brain, allows individuals to break free from destructive patterns, heal from trauma, and create new pathways for success. But Joe Dispenza isn't just about theory, he's about action. His teachings emphasize the importance of meditation, mindfulness, and daily practices that can help you shift your thoughts from negativity to positivity, creating lasting changes in your life. His books, like Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and Becoming Supernatural, provide detailed guidance on how to reprogram your mind for success, happiness, and well-being. Take Sarah, a woman who felt stuck in her life for years. She was constantly overwhelmed by negative thoughts, anxiety, and self-doubt. She stumbled upon Dispenza's work and decided to give his method a try. At first, it felt challenging, and the idea of rewiring her brain seemed too good to be true. But Sarah committed to the process, practicing his meditation techniques daily. Slowly but surely, she noticed shifts, not only in her thinking but in her actions and circumstances. She felt more confident, more empowered, and even her relationships began to improve. Sarah's story isn't unique. Many have experienced similar transformations after following Dispenza's teachings. Joe Dispenza's work is rooted in the belief that we are not victims of our circumstances but creators of our reality. He believes that when we change our thoughts and emotions, we change our life. This profound understanding of the mind-body connection is what has made him one of the most influential figures in the field of personal development today. Through his teachings, Dispenza invites you to unlock your true potential and step into the life you deserve. How believing in Dispenza's message can transform your life. Following on from the idea that many people resist Joe Dispenza's teachings due to fear and societal conditioning, let's now dive into the transformative power of actually believing in his message. When you start to internalize the concept that your mind holds the key to your reality, incredible changes begin to unfold. Joe Dispenza's teachings aren't just abstract ideas. They're tools that, when applied, can lead to real, tangible shifts in your life. The power lies in the belief that you are the architect of your destiny. Take the story of James, a 45-year-old man who had spent most of his life battling depression. He had always felt trapped in a cycle of negativity. No matter what he did, He couldn't break free from the weight of his past. He came across Joe Dispenza's work and was initially skeptical. How could changing his thoughts and beliefs actually heal his emotional wounds? But after months of consistent meditation and introspection, something began to shift. James started to recognize that his thoughts were directly influencing his emotional and physical state. He realized that by changing the way he thought about himself and his life, he could begin to change his reality. Slowly but surely, his depression lifted, his energy soared, and he started pursuing passions he had abandoned years ago. This transformation didn't happen overnight, but James's story illustrates the core principle of Joe Dispenza's message. Belief is the catalyst for change. When you begin to believe that you have the power to rewire your brain, a new sense of empowerment and possibility takes root. Dispenza teaches that the key to personal transformation is in recognizing that your thoughts influence your reality. If you believe you can change, your brain will start to form new neural connections that support that belief. This process, known as neuroplasticity, enables you to break free from old thought patterns, creating a new, healthier, and more productive way of thinking. But how does this translate into real life? Let's consider Emily, a woman who had always struggled with her weight. She tried every diet, every fitness plan, but always felt defeated. Her internal dialogue constantly told her she was too lazy or too weak to succeed. But after discovering Dispenza's teachings, she realized that it wasn't about finding the perfect diet. It was about changing the way she viewed herself. Emily began practicing visualization and positive affirmations, seeing herself as healthy, strong, and capable. Over time, her relationship with food and exercise changed completely. Instead of seeing them as burdens, she started to enjoy them, and the weight came off naturally, not because she was forcing it, but because her mindset had shifted. Believing in Dispenza's message allows you to step into your full potential. His teachings encourage you to become aware of the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that shape your life. By changing the way you think, you change the energy you project into the world. The universe responds to this energy, opening doors to opportunities, success, and love that you never thought possible. Dispenza's work is based on the idea that once you truly believe in your own potential, the world begins to mirror that belief back to you. The transformation, however, isn't just external. It's internal. As you shift your beliefs, you'll notice changes in your emotional state, your health, your relationships, and your career. The belief in your own power can heal past wounds, improve your self-worth, and unlock new levels of happiness and success that you've been dreaming of. It's not magic, it's science. Joe Dispenza's message is a reminder that you hold the keys to your own transformation, and when you start believing in the possibility of change, you'll be amazed at the power within you to create the life you desire. Breaking through the limitations. How to overcome self-doubt and embrace your potential, building on the idea that believing in your ability to change can unlock profound transformations. Let's now explore a powerful obstacle that holds many back, self-doubt. As we've seen, belief is a key to personal transformation, but self-doubt often creeps in and undermines this process. Despite Joe Dispenza's empowering message, many people still feel trapped by their own inner critic. The challenge then becomes learning how to overcome this self-imposed barrier and truly step into the limitless potential that lies within. This idea hits home for Mark, a 38-year-old man who had always dreamed of starting his own business. For years, he kept putting off his dreams, telling himself that he wasn't smart enough or successful enough to take that leap. Every time he thought about going after his passion, his mind would be flooded with doubts. Who do I think I am? He would ask himself. I'm just ordinary. Despite the dreams he harbored, the negative inner dialogue kept him stuck in his corporate job. That is until Mark discovered Joe Dispenza's teachings on the power of the mind and the importance of rewriting the inner narrative. Through Dispenza's exercises, Mark began to identify the negative thought patterns that had been holding him back. The self-doubt he experienced was rooted in beliefs he had formed over the years, beliefs that were now running on autopilot. These limiting beliefs were like mental chains preventing him from taking action. But as he applied the tools Dispenza shared, including mindfulness and meditation, Mark started to see these thoughts for what they truly were: mere mental patterns, not truths. The moment he realized that his doubts were not facts, he was able to challenge them. By shifting his mindset, Mark started to embrace the possibility of success, and gradually the barriers that once felt insurmountable began to fall. He still had moments of doubt, but now, when they arose, he simply recognized them as old stories he no longer needed to believe. With time, Mark built the confidence to leave his job and launch his own company. And while it wasn't an easy journey, the belief that he could create his own success fueled his persistence. The truth is, self-doubt is universal, but it doesn't have to define you. Joe Dispenza's teachings encourage us to recognize that our minds are powerful, and when we understand this, we can shift the narrative. He explains that overcoming self-doubt isn't about eliminating fear or uncertainty, but about reprogramming your mind to see yourself as worthy and capable of greatness. This shift starts by cultivating a deep belief that you have the power to create change, no matter your past or present circumstances. When you break free from self-doubt, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. It's like breaking free from the cage you've been trapped in for years and stepping into the expansive freedom of your own potential. Dispenza's teachings highlight that you don't have to wait for permission from anyone or anything outside of yourself to live the life you desire. The only thing you need to do is believe that you can, and then take consistent action toward your goals. Let's be clear, overcoming self-doubt doesn't happen overnight. But with practice, patience, and a commitment to challenging your old thought patterns, you can start to silence the inner critic and replace it with a voice that encourages, supports, and empowers you. Dispenza's message teaches us that we are the creators of our own reality, and by breaking through self-doubt, we unlock the door to a world of endless possibilities. So, the next time doubt whispers in your ear, remember, you have everything you need to succeed. The only thing standing in your way is the story you've been telling yourself. Rewrite it and watch your life transform. The power of emotional reprogramming. How to heal and create your new reality, following up on the idea of breaking through self-doubt and embracing your true potential. We now delve into a powerful aspect of Joe Dispenza's teachings, emotional reprogramming. As we've seen, overcoming limiting beliefs and self-doubt is key to transforming your life. But what happens when the emotions tied to past experiences continue to hold you back? It's one thing to change your thoughts, but quite another to heal the emotions that have been anchored deeply in your body and mind. This is where emotional reprogramming becomes a game changer. Let's consider the story of Mia, a 29-year-old woman who had spent her life avoiding her emotions. Growing up in a household where vulnerability was seen as weakness, Mia learned to suppress her feelings. But as an adult, she found that these repressed emotions were quietly sabotaging her. She felt disconnected from her relationships, struggled with anxiety, and lacked the energy to pursue her goals. After years of carrying this emotional baggage, Mia felt trapped in a cycle of emotional numbness, unable to break free. Then, one day, she stumbled upon Joe Dispenza's teachings on how emotions shape our reality. Mia learned that emotions, much like thoughts, are incredibly powerful. Dispenza explains that unprocessed emotions can literally keep us stuck in past experiences, preventing us from moving forward. Every negative emotion we experience leaves an imprint on our nervous system, and over time, these emotional imprints can accumulate, creating a toxic cycle of stress, anxiety, and fear. Mia realized that she had been unknowingly holding on to emotions tied to past trauma, and it was these very emotions that were preventing her from creating the life she truly desired. The turning point came when Mia committed to Dispenza's emotional reprogramming techniques. This included deep meditations, breathwork, and visualization exercises, all designed to help her confront and release the emotional wounds she had buried. For the first time, Mia allowed herself to feel her emotions fully, without judgment or suppression. She began to understand that healing these emotions wasn't about avoiding pain, but about processing it and allowing herself to feel love and gratitude for her journey. Over time, Mia began to feel lighter, freer, and more connected to herself. She realized that emotions are energy, and when we don't allow ourselves to feel and release this energy, it can manifest as physical pain or emotional blocks. As Mia continued to practice emotional reprogramming, her sense of empowerment grew. She no longer felt controlled by her past or by the emotions that once dictated her reality. Instead, she started to feel a sense of inner peace and emotional freedom, allowing her to step into the next chapter of her life with clarity and confidence. Joe Dispenza's teachings emphasize that emotional reprogramming is not just about healing, it's about actively creating a new reality. By releasing old emotional patterns, we create the space for new, healthier emotions that align with our goals and desires. Dispenza believes that by shifting our emotional state, we can literally change our energy, which in turn attracts new opportunities, relationships, and experiences. The process of emotional reprogramming is not always easy. It requires courage, patience, and a willingness to face the discomfort of past trauma. But the rewards are worth it. When we heal and release the emotional baggage we've been carrying, we make room for new possibilities and higher vibrations. It's a transformational shift that empowers us to create a reality based on love, abundance, and joy. Emotional reprogramming allows us to break free from the chains of our past and step into our future with a renewed sense of hope and possibility. Mia's story is just one example of how this process can change lives. When you learn to heal emotionally, you unlock the true power of your mind and your ability to create the life you deserve. Healing is the gateway to transformation, and through Dispenza's teachings, anyone can learn to reprogram their emotions and shape their reality from the inside out. The transformative power of consistent action, turning your dreams into reality. Building on the concept of emotional reprogramming, we now turn to a critical aspect that Joe Dispenza emphasizes: consistent action. After releasing the emotional baggage and changing the way we think, the next step to creating our ideal reality is taking persistent, aligned action toward our goals. This action is the bridge between intention and manifestation, and it's what turns our dreams into tangible results. Without this crucial step, no matter how powerful our thoughts or healed our emotions, we will struggle to create lasting change. Take Sarah, for example, a 32-year-old woman who had always dreamed of being a published author. She had spent years writing stories, envisioning herself holding a book with her name on the cover, but every time she tried to take action, she felt overwhelmed. Despite her passion, self-doubt and fear kept her from submitting her work to publishers, thinking she wasn't good enough or that no one would be interested. She had the vision, she had done the emotional work to clear her fears, but there was one major piece missing: consistent action. One day, Sarah came across Joe Dispenza's teaching about how the mind must align with the body's actions in order to manifest success. She realized that even though she had spent years imagining her future as an author, she had never taken the necessary steps to make that dream a reality. It wasn't enough to simply believe or visualize her success. She had to act as if her goal was already true, showing up every day to make progress. This realization was the turning point for Sarah. She started committing to writing every day, setting aside time in her schedule, and dedicating herself to her craft in a disciplined way. No longer was she waiting for the perfect moment. She understood that consistent small steps forward would ultimately lead to the bigger outcome she desired. The transformation didn't happen overnight, but over time, Sarah's efforts began to pay off. She submitted her manuscript to several publishers and finally received an offer. The dream she had longed for was now a reality, but it was her commitment to taking action every single day, no matter how small, that made it happen. Sarah's story is a testament to the fact that dreams don't manifest by chance. They come to fruition through consistent action. Joe Dispenza teaches that when we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we create a powerful force that propels us forward. It's easy to become distracted or lose motivation, but the key to success is understanding that transformation is a process, not an event. Consistency is everything. It's the small, daily actions that lead to massive changes over time. Whether it's writing one page a day, practicing a new habit, or taking a few minutes to meditate, the key is to stay committed, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The journey to turning your dreams into reality is full of challenges, but it's through consistent action that you build the momentum to overcome them. Joe Dispenza's teachings remind us that the universe responds to the energy we put out into the world, and when we act consistently, we send a clear message that we are serious about our goals. This energy attracts opportunities, people, and experiences that align with our desires. In the end, consistency is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Sarah's journey wasn't just about writing a book. It was about showing up for herself every day and refusing to let fear or doubt keep her from pursuing what she truly wanted. It's this kind of consistent, aligned action that leads to transformational success. If you truly want to create the life you've envisioned, then take consistent action toward your goals, no matter how small the steps may seem. Your dreams are waiting for you, but it's up to you to make them happen, one step at a time. Hey, if you found this video inspiring, don't just stop here. Glowing star, hit that like button, share the love, and let us know what resonated with you the most in the comments below. Your thoughts are valuable, and we absolutely love hearing from you. Speech balloon, sparkling heart. Also, if you're hungry for more transformative content like this, don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos that will help you continue your journey to greatness. We've got plenty of motivational content waiting for you to explore. Rocket sparkles, your feedback matters, and together, let's create a community of dreamers and doers. Like, comment, and share the positivity. Stay amazing, and we'll see you in the next video. 100 points, red heart.